Today we're going to be talking about equations of lines and mostly how to write them. So last year in algebra, you probably learned a lot of something called slope-intercept form. And slope-intercept form is written in the form y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and your b value is the y-intercept, or where we cross the y-axis. Remember, m and b are both numbers. They're constants, and x and y are the variables. Your point, x comma y. Another way is called point-slope form. And that looks like this. And that looks confusing, but once you learn it and use it often, it actually becomes much easier than slope-intercept form. M is still the slope, and notice x1 and y1, those are the coordinates of a given point. So that's why it's called point-slope form. You have a point and a slope. And again, x and y don't change, but we have y1 and x1, which is a point that we're given. So we're going to be using both today. So example 1, write an equation of a line in slope-intercept form. So the slope, we can count from this point to this point. We go down 1, 2, 3, and right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our slope is down 3, so negative 3 over 5. Our y-intercept is where we cross the y-axis. Here's the y-axis right here, and we touch it 0, 3. So our y-intercept is 0, 3. Now our equation, y equals mx plus b, y equals m is negative 3 over 5. So let me write that down. Negative 3 over 5 x plus, I'm sorry, my y-intercept is positive 3. In here, positive 3 plus 3. So this number goes right there. Your slope goes right there. And we got that information from the graph. Now in example 2, I'm giving you the y-intercept, your b value, and your slope. So again, y equals mx plus b. So y equals m is negative 2, so negative 2 x plus our b value is 5. So when we are given the y-intercept and the slope, it's very easy. Here we have a fraction, so y equals negative 2 over 3 x plus negative 7, and we can write that as minus 7. So y equals negative 2 over 3x minus 7, and that would be our equation. So again, slope-intercept form, very easy to work with. Now, example 3, it says write an equation of a line passing through the given points with a given slope. So because we are given a point and a slope, we want to use y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. M is still negative 2, but our m is still our slope, negative 2 in this case, but our point, so x1 comma y1. So y minus y1, which is 1, equals your slope, what in this case is negative 2, our m value, then in parentheses, x minus x1, which is negative 3. Well, we don't want to leave it as x minus negative 3, so we're going to write x plus 3. And that would be as far as you have to go. You don't need to go any further. Now, yes, you could change this to slope-intercept form if you wanted to. If we wanted to change this to slope-intercept form, we would distribute the 2. So y minus 1 equals negative 2x minus 6. Add 1 to both sides. Y equals negative 2x minus 5. So that would be your slope-intercept form. But unless the directions tell you to leave it in slope-intercept form, you could leave it instead in point-slope form. Both of these answers are okay, so you might as well do the one that uses less work. Now, letter B, y minus, well, let's label x1, y1. So y minus negative 7 equals 3 over 4 times x minus 4. Well, we don't want minus negative 7, so y plus 7 equals 3 over 4 times x minus 4. The directions don't say to convert to slope-intercept form, so let's just leave it like this, especially since we have fractions to deal with. Like, we don't want to do extra work for the sake of doing extra work, so it does not say in slope-intercept form, so let's just leave it in point slope, and that will be that. Now, example 4 and 5, it says write an equation of the line passing through the points, and we have 2 points. So what we have to do is first calculate the slope. Remember, slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're going to label x1 and y1, x2, y2. So our slope is going to be negative 4 minus 12 over 6 minus 8. I'm just plugging in my points over here into the slope formula. Negative 4 minus 12 is negative 16. 6 minus 8 is negative 2. Negative 16 divided by negative 2 is positive 8. So our slope is 8. Now our equation, we already have x1 and y1 labeled right here. So we can do y minus y1, which is 12, equals m, which is 8. We calculated that as 8, times x minus 8. And that's point slope form. That's all we have to do. We don't need to distribute that. So by calculating the slope at the beginning, we already labeled what x1 and y1 was going to be, which made life a little bit easier. Now with this one, same thing, x1, y1, x2, y2. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we have 12 minus 6 over 4 minus negative 2. 12 minus 6 is 6. 4 minus negative 2, so 4 plus 2 is 6. So we get 1. Well, that's an easy slope to work with. So y equals, sorry, not y equals, y minus y1, so y minus 6 equals 1 times x minus negative 2. Again, we're using y minus y1, our point slope form. So y minus 6 equals 1 times x plus 2. And that would be our final answer. We don't need to do anything more. So that's it for today. Very simple lesson, but again, if you're not careful with your negatives and plugging in the formula, you could get the wrong answer. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe.